from the 1800s, 1600s before that, as many as a third of the ships would be lost. I mean, full-grown men on sailing ships get lost. This is what our species has done to build what we built. We're going to have those type of losses if we expect to colonize space. This is what humanity is all about. I don't have the courage. I'm not scared of, like, fighting some, 200-pound guy with a knife. But I am scared of getting on a sailboat and circumnavigating the world. I've been out in the middle of the ocean. It's scary. We're all scared of different things. I mean, this is pure Americana. This is pure human. This is pure trailblazing. And this young lady, instead of watching TV and playing with her iPad all day, she is out there doing something special. You know how many men died trying to circumnavigate the globe? Do you know who circumnavigated the globe first? Magellan. And he died, by the way. His ship made it back. I think it was only like 16 people alive out of hundreds that went. The ship had rotted down to almost nothing. Took him, 3 years? Magellan got killed fighting natives, trying to come in water and get coconuts. Circumnavigator. She's doing what Magellan did. All right, I'm going to shut up now. Gary Franchi, and again, in the midst of all this big global news, all these things that are happening, it's still interesting, and just to hear this morning that she put out the emergency beacons when her boat got capsized in those 30-foot, and it was what was predicted, a rogue wave, which comes in from the wrong angle, and that she's alive, at least for now. That is great news.
Well, Alex, it's the fighting human spirit, the exploration spirit that made America great, as you know, as you just mentioned. And you said so many people have perished searching for freedom. People are still perishing, fighting for freedom. And it's the people who are listening to the show out there in the streets now fighting for freedom in a new way. And that's by passing out DVDs. That's by hosting screenings. It's by emailing their friends and their family, attending protests. We all have a spirit inside of us that craves freedom, and
the New World Order's one desire is to outlaw that spirit, outlaw that behavior, and make us jellyfish. And that's why people aren't happy, because they're not alive.
You're absolutely right. The New World Order is crushing the human spirit, and we have to revitalize the human spirit. Exploration is absolutely crucial to that. It's satisfying the curiosity of the mind to learn new things. And I understand that Obama has just canceled all manned space flight for NASA. I mean, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I remember going to NASA Cape Canaveral as a child and awing at the massive structures of spaceships.
Exactly, but don't worry, we got 28 trillion, and we haven't got new numbers in 6 months, so I'm sure it's 35, 36, 37 trillion. $28 trillion to bankers. They won't say where it went, but we can't have $6 billion for NASA. I mean, it's again, more taxes, less services. We'll be back in 1 minute with more calls. Gary Franchi.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange home gain gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups, You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Gary Franchi is our guest. We're taking phone calls here. And I got so many calls here on my phone list. Who's up next, Genesis? All right, Jim in West Virginia, you're on the air with Gary Franchi and Alex Jones. We're promoting Don't Tread on Me, so you can watch it online at prisonplanet.tv or get the DVD at Infowars.com. He's having national screenings. Very exciting. Jim in West Virginia, what's on your mind?
Hey, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
I'm definitely an info warrior. I'm thankful for listening to your show and your show being on the air. I'm thankful that you enlightened my mind and set me free of the imprisonment. My question is, what was the website to that again? Don't tread on me, what.com?
No, it's don'ttreadonmemovie.com, correct, Gary?
Yeah, don'ttreadonmemovie.com/screening.html.
Absolutely, and you can also purchase the DVD discounted at Infowars.com. Anything else, caller from West Virginia, Jim?
That'd be it, Alex. I'm thankful.
I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for you. And again, I didn't unlock your mind. I only showed you the door. You opened it, buddy. A lot of people see the truth, but they get knocked over by the truth. They get up and brush themselves off, as Winston Churchill said, and ignore it. I mean, Gary, that's a key point. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, it's the perseverance. You know, it's soldiering on. Once you learn new information, it's very hard to grasp it sometimes. And as in my awakening, when I discovered some of your early work, it slapped me in the face, and I felt very alone. I was frightened, and it took a lot for me to say, okay, folks, we got to do something about this information. And that's when I started my first organization, the Lone Lantern Society, way back in 2005.
And 5 years later, you have conservatively reached tens of millions.
Well, I certainly hope so, Alex. I certainly hope so.
No, I know how. I mean, I can gauge it. I mean, hell, our 8 YouTube channels have reached over 100 million, counting my films over 200 million. And I can really tell you the work you've done in helping to get America freedom to fascism out to more. I know it's reached millions and millions. Thank you, Jim. Scott in Pennsylvania. Scott, you're on the air. Go ahead. Hey, Scott, you're on the air worldwide. How can I serve you today, Scott?
Hey, did you ever see the movie called The Knowing, or Knowing?
Yes, people kept telling me to watch it the last year. I finally watched it last 2 weeks ago. I found it to be very touching.
I seen something on there. It was on YouTube. They had a clip of that movie where the guy is watching the news, and there's something on the news there about the Gulf of Mexico oil rig fire.
Yeah, an oil rig blows up in the Gulf of Mexico, and that's one of the things that's the sign of the end of the world in the film. Very, very spooky, but that's probably a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that the CIA went to the makers of the X-Files, and so we want you to make an episode in The Lone Gunman about the government hijacking a jet by remote control to blame it on Al-Qaeda to fly it into the World Trade Center, and NORAD stands down because the CIA is running drills of the exact same thing happening at the exact same time. Now, that is not a coincidence. Gary, why do you think they do things like that?
Well, Alex, they need to stage events so that they can bring in their New World Order. They can clamp down on the police state. It's problem, reaction, solution, Alex. You know that.
But, I mean, why do you think they like to show us movies months or years before of the exact same thing they're going to do?
Well, I think they try to preempt us. They want to seed our mind, condition our mind to accept these things, so that when people come forward and try to bring it up later, it can be just discounted as coincidence or conspiracy theory.
Well, Gary, it's always fabulous to have you on. God bless you, and we'll talk to you again soon. And thank you for authorizing. I want to thank you and William, too. What great guys. Most filmmakers aren't like that. To post their films on prisonplanet.tv so folks can see it in the highest quality online. Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic, and Camp FEMA. Camp FEMA went up today at prisonplanet.tv, or get the DVD and support the filmmakers at Infowars.com, and also support us in the process. Gary Franchi, God bless you.
Thank you, Alex.
You bet. Again, prisonplanet.tv, or order the hard copy at Infowars.com. Your support makes the transmission possible. Bob Chapman on the economy. Your call straight ahead.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, ship